Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we are diving into Allegiant Travel Company's recent filing. It's got all the juicy details about their annual meeting where shareholders get to vote on important stuff. Think of it as the corporate version of a high school election, but with way more money on the line. And before we get started, if you like us turning complicated documents into simple English, make sure you subscribe and join the Discord, link in the description. This report is all about what happened at Allegiant Travel Company's annual meeting on June 26, 2025. This is where shareholders, the people who own a piece of the company, get to vote on important decisions. The main purpose of the meeting was to vote on a few key things. These included electing the board of directors, giving an advisory vote on executive compensation, approving an amendment to a long-term incentive plan, and ratifying the appointment of their accounting firm. First up was the election of the board of directors. This is like voting for the leadership team that guides the company. The results show how many votes each nominee got, and they were all elected. For example, Maurice J. Gallagher Jr. secured a 14,965 votes. It's worth noting that there were over 1.6 million broker non-votes. These happen when brokers holding shares for clients don't get instructions on how to vote and therefore don't vote on certain proposals. Next, there was an advisory vote on executive compensation. This is where shareholders get to say whether they approve of how much the company's executives are being paid. In this case, there were about 14 million votes in favor, about 1.1 million against, and just under 100,000 abstaining. The third vote was on approving an amendment to the company's long-term incentive plan. This plan is used to motivate and reward employees, usually with stock or other benefits over a longer period. For shareholders voted in favor with approximately 10.6 million votes. Finally, shareholders voted to ratify the appointment of KPMG LL as the company's independent accounting firm for fiscal year 2025. This is a standard procedure to ensure that the company's financials are being properly audited by an independent party. This was essentially approved with over 16 million votes. Looking at these results, Allegiant seems to have a pretty stable leadership and compensation structure. The fact that all board members were elected and the executive compensation was approved suggests that shareholders are generally happy with the direction the company is heading. One thing that stands out is the high number of broker non-votes. This could indicate that many retail investors aren't actively engaged in voting or that brokers aren't effectively communicating voting instructions. That's a potentially low participation rate. Overall, these reports can give us a snapshot on the investor side of a company. There is also a lot more that we are not seeing, such as the actual company performance. Alright, that's our breakdown of Allegiant Travel Company's annual meeting. What's your take on these shareholder votes? Do they signal smooth sailing or potential turbulence ahead for Allegiant? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.